Apollo's weight settles into the moss with a precision that makes the movement nearly invisible. Even in the safety of a suburban garden, his body follows a strict tactical protocol. His meals arrive in a tin can, but his brain is currently running an active, lethal biological sequence. Every twitch of his tail and shift of his wheat is dictated by a deeply ingrained hunting logic. When you watch a cat track a rustling leaf, you are looking at a living time machine. He is operating on sensory hardware that reached its peak long before humans existed. To fully understand his mechanics, we look back to Pseudaelurus. This ancient common ancestor navigated the dense forests of Asia roughly 11 million years ago, refining the tools Apollo uses today. The neurological wiring that kept Pseudaelurus alive in those prehistoric jungles remains active. The software is simply running in a modern backyard. Watching him today provides a clear window into how feline hardware functioned 10 million years before the first humans appeared. We start with the physical hardware. A cat's golden eyes are an optical instrument designed to pull in every available photon. Watch how the pupil expands to adjust to the dimming environment. This efficiency relies on the tapetum lucidum. This specialized mirror-like layer of tissue sits directly behind the feline retina. This diagram shows the mechanism. When faint light enters the eye and passes the photoreceptors, the tapetum lucidum bounces it back through those same cells a second time. This double exposure effect amplifies dim light up to 6 times better than human vision. You've seen the result of this internal mirror. When light hits a feline in the dark, that distinct glow is the unabsorbed light reflecting back out from the tapetum lucidum. We can trace this ocular system to the domestic cat's wild progenitor, the African wildcat, or Felis libica. Living in arid, open landscapes, this wildcat relies on its vision to spot movement in low-light conditions. This system evolved for crepuscular hunting. In the desert, predators strike during dawn and dusk, using superior light amplification to see prey that is still functionally blind in the shadows. Apollo uses these high-contrast shadows to track heat and movement, utilizing the same ocular tools that allowed his ancestors to dominate the arid landscape. Visual hardware is only half the equation. The physical execution is just as refined. Look at the low-profile belly crawl Apollo uses to navigate this moss patch. He is utilizing predatory geometry. By compressing his spine and lowering his center of gravity, he minimizes his physical profile to the point of disappearing into the textures of the garden. We see this tactic scaled up in the African lion. These predators drop their profile to match the height and texture of the savanna grass, allowing a 400-pound cat to effectively disappear before a strike. The ocelot provides another parallel. In the thickets of South Texas, these cats actively select dense thorn shrubs, using the chaotic lines of the brush to mask their silhouette. Whether it's a lion in the savanna or Apollo in the garden, the calculated stalk serves the same purpose. It uses environmental textures to break up the cat's outline. A house cat creeping through a garden is executing the exact same ambush tactics utilized by the planet's largest felines. Why does a domestic pet possess such an obsessive, instinctual need to navigate dense, ancient flora like this moss? This reliance on heavy cover connects them to the Machairodont felids, or saber-toothed cats. These extinct giants were built differently than the lean, chasing cats we see on the savanna today. Because of their massive bulk and specialized weaponry, saber-toothed cats lacked the stamina for a long chase. They were forced to wait in the thickest prehistoric brush, using heavy cover to get close enough for a single, powerful strike. When Apollo uses a moss patch to mask his silhouette, he is practicing a life-or-death tactic used by the heavyweights of the Pleistocene. For an ambush predator, the cover of dense flora is a requirement for survival. Apollo rests in the dappled sunlight of his moss patch, his daily patrol complete. Apollo shares our homes, but his physiology remains untethered to human domestication. Beneath the soft fur of every 10-pound pet lies an evolutionary design that links the arid hunting grounds of the African wildcat to the saber-toothed giants of the past. To see more of the science hidden in your backyard, hit the subscribe button and share the prehistoric hunting behaviors you've witnessed in your own predators in the comments.